Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek, and oh boy, do we have some exciting news here today to share with you folks. Just wait till you see what we got here now. Working on spreading fertilizer here at the moment. You're thinking probably, well, nothing fancy going on here, right? Just spreading some fertilizer on the field. Oh, but wait a minute. What happens when I go to turn around here? What are those lines? Hopefully this shows up in the video, by the way, for you folks. What are these lines that are showing up here? Oh, yes. Oh, boy. Randy's so excited about Pete himself here, everyone. Okay, maybe not quite literally, but that's right, everyone. We got GPS. Now, this is not the GPS, everyone. This is Vehicle Control Add-ons GPS. For those of you familiar with the Vehicle Control Add-on from Farming Sim 19, it has been converted to Farming Simulator 22, and it contains a GPS of sorts. I guess essentially it's a poor man's GPS, if you will, in some ways. In some ways, that one works perfectly fine. It's about the same as the other GPS. But anyway, it's Vehicle Control Add-on, everyone. And it contains GPS. So again, let's see. Control-C. Yeah, Control-C opens up the options here, everyone. And you got your track guiding options here. This is where the options for the GPS track guiding is. So you can see your markers and working with, and it should automatically detect the working with everyone. So really all you gotta do is Alt-W to set your direction, Control-W to lock on the steering. That's really all you gotta know there. So yeah, everyone, we got GPS, and I think you folks can probably gather I'm pretty excited about that. Again, in my opinion, everyone, this is something that is desperately needed for this game. So very happy to see that. Again, I'm sorry, console users, but yeah, it's not going to exist for the console, I don't think. I don't believe that's changed. There's no, to my knowledge, allowing of scripting style mods on the console. So, yes, you console users are out of luck. If you want GPS, you need to hound and badger giants for it. So again, at least on the PC side of things, everyone, and again, I want to emphasize, okay, the game does not contain GPS. At least playing on a PC, everyone, I'm not too worried about that, because modders are going to fix that problem. However, for the poor console users out there, if you want to use something like this, sorry, everyone, here, don't know what to tell you. There's no GPS. So, anyway, we're running with GPS, everyone, fertilizing the field here, and let's see, I might have enough fertilizer for this field. We'll find out here. Looks like the 9620RX just finished up here a moment ago. I had him working on cultivating this field. Speaking of field, by the way, we're working on one of our new fields we purchased here last episode. So field, what number is this? 32. Field 32 here we're working on currently. We picked up two brand new, I would say good sized fields here last episode. Fields 31 and 32. 31, I think 31 is still growing yet, right? And was it sorghum? I think it was sorghum if I remember correctly. Let's see once here. There we go. So yeah, that was sorghum, still growing yet. There we go. And you can see once I stop, having the lines show back up. I actually like how that works. So once you lock down the GPS, the lines hide themselves. Very nicely done. I like that. Back in the early days of Farming Simulator 19, everyone, before we actually had the GPS mod, or GS mod. Technically, it's the GS mod, everyone. There's a whole nother story behind that there as well, why it's the GS mod. But before we had the guidance steering mod, we had what was known as the keyboard steer mod, which eventually became the vehicle control add-on mod. Personal preference, I really don't care much for the vehicle control add-on mod, at least back in 19. Just all kinds of settings that personally I found useless, and some of them downright annoying. Some of them might have been okay, but most of them are just like, no. So, but for those who want lots and lots of like vehicle controls, vehicle control add-ons probably your friend. It can do all kinds of things besides just GPS. There's camera options and look backwards. Yeah, so I think if you back up, it'll automatically rotate your camera 180 degrees. If you want that, you can have that. Throttle options and differential options, and looks like it's not fully converted over, I don't think yet, because pretty sure the original vehicle control add-on them had significantly more options than this one did. But hey, whatever. It's been converted over, and like I said, it contains GPS, which again, not trying to sound too exciting here, but oh boy. Yeah. Okay, and that's enough. Randy likes his GPS. And this is a perfect scenario too. I want to, if you ask me, as to why we need GPS. We are spreading fertilizer. Like, there's no like booms. There's no indication of what to go by as far as width on this. You just kind of, well, line it up on the field and hope you're good, right? You can't see the width. It's not like a sprayer that has booms where you can, well, okay, at least we're relatively close, right? There's, yeah, nothing with this. You have nothing to go by. So this is the perfect scenario right here where I need GPS. And for that matter, GPS comes in handy for everything else as well. And still kind of baffles me why it's not included in the game. Especially, I mean, look at this. Right up top there. GPS build. Why is it not in the game? I don't know. Don't know. Haven't been able to get a real good answer on this one yet. I'm going to keep asking the question. But how many European farmers use GPS? Again, as I've mentioned before, one of the handful of European farmers I have watched, I don't believe I've seen a single one that has used GPS. So that kind of is maybe my only assumption as to why there's no GPS in the game. I mean, Giants is like, GPS, what the heck's that? European farmers don't use that. Okay, and we are out of fertilizer here again. That was close. That was close. I only put one tote or one bag of fertilizer in here. Probably should have got just a little bit more. Definitely should have got a little more. There was only one I had left. Speaking of which, how much is that silo? Let's go check this here a minute. Maybe I better stop here first. I did not realize the tractor would just keep on going until we got to that screen. Like, whoa, there goes the tractor. Okay. What was that under here again? Silos, maybe? Nope. Let's see, production, decoration. Silo extensions. Nope. Containers, that's what it's under, yes. Was it the Unia? Silo can be filled with different products. Or was it this one? Silo can be filled with fertilizer. So $23,000 for that. That would actually not be a bad idea. We might put that up on the farm here. For now, I think I'm just going to go... I think we're relatively close to the shop here, aren't we? I'll just grab a bag or two of fertilizer here. So it's nice to see here in Farming Sim 22, Giants has actually included some really nice options for like getting fertilizer. But back in 19, we had to deal with the bags all the time. There really wasn't any other options outside of mods. Which, of course, I think is probably what everyone went to, right? Let's see, we need those big pallets. And yeah, dealing with the bags all the time or the pallets, just, that's not a whole lot of fun. And at least in America here, most farms, in fact, I would probably dare say all farms, I don't think there's any farms that deal with bags of fertilizer like this. Your fertilizer, even if you're a smaller farm, you'll probably drive to the nearest co-op or whoever handles the fertilizer in your area and just borrow a spreader and spread fertilizer on your property that way. So, again, we don't deal with bags of fertilizer like this. I don't know if that's a European thing. Presumably, maybe it is. I don't know. And then, of course, having it too, like some of the larger farms, they'll actually store the fertilizer right on the farm in the large Meridian bins like they're in the game here. Okay, we'll go back where we left off here. I suppose I could probably just throw a hired worker on this here real quick. Maybe the hired worker can finish. Speaking of hired worker, by the way, when it comes to fertilizing, I noticed the hired worker no longer continues on to the next field here. So I got 3 fields all in a line here, everyone. And started on field 31. 30 was already done. At least it should be anyway, right? I should probably double check this here. Yes, 30 is already done. Started on 31. I went on this side. And I thought maybe, I gotta stop here a minute because we're done. Let me turn around. Line up a little better here a moment. There we go. So far, by the way, the guidance steering or vehicle control add-on. It seems to work pretty reliably when it comes to the GPS. Anyway, as I was saying, when it comes to the hired worker there, I started him on field 31 on the left-hand side here. And it's like, well, I bet you he's going to work his way all the way across to both 31 and 32. But nope, the hired worker quit at the end of field 31 here. In fact, he quit kind of like on the very corner. He was like right on the very right edge of field 31. It did overlap into 32. There was like a little strip, actually a fairly good sized strip of fertilizer on 32 here already. But the hired worker did not continue on to field 32. I was relatively surprised by that one. So apparently Giants has maybe done something in the game here so the hired workers just don't continue on to the next field like they always used to. Probably a good thing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably actually a good thing. Otherwise, when you're working 3 fields like this that are all next to each other, you got different crops in one, and yeah, next thing you know, your hired workers just going across all the fields, cultivating the entire thing under, even though you maybe only meant to do the one field. That's definitely happened before. Also, last episode, I'm going to ask what we should upgrade to as far as seeders go, and I would say overwhelmingly, almost everyone said upgrade to a planter. A lot of people also said upgrade to the John Deere planter. I don't think I had anyone that said upgrade to like a Kinsey planter. I was kind of surprised by that. I thought some of you folks would say get a Kinsey, but pretty much almost everyone said get a planter, and if you get a planter, get a John Deere planter. So that's probably what we're going to go with that one. It's probably the little more expensive option. But again, I went American farming. A lot of American farms use a planter. The seed drills are not, let's say common, but they're not quite as common maybe, at least in the big American farming. So we're probably going to look at picking up a seeder here, probably some point this episode, and then we'll see what money we have left, everyone, and I'm hoping we can put up some greenhouses here. I'm thinking probably on field 44 back behind the barn there. I think that'll be a good field for greenhouses. We'll see how large they are first, I guess. I'm pretty sure they'll fit back there. If not, we'll get one of the other fields or something. Let's see what they're speaking of comments here. Just looking through the comments here real quick, and I see Magnus was saying check your bees. Good point there, Magnus. I should probably go do that. And thanks for leaving the comment on that. I don't think the bees have done anything because we were still in the same day here yet, but very much appreciated you folks leaving a comment there to check my bees, because you folks know me, I'm always forgetting to check my bees. And yeah, next thing we got a full pallet of honey, which I still don't understand. Like, it only holds 1 pallet sometimes. I have seen 2 pallets sometimes, but most of the time it seems to only hold the 1 pallet and then it quits. I don't know why sometimes it'll hold 2. Ooh, look out for the tree. Sometimes it'll hold 2. Most of the time it doesn't. I don't know why. But anyway, I'll finish this last little bit here. There we go. Speaking of this cultivator, by the way, mods have slowly been coming out here for Farming Sim in 22, obviously. And I've seen couple of, I think, nicer cultivator options we might look at upgrading to here. A little more American options, shall we say. Not that I don't necessarily mind this particular one, but I think we've got some better options we could possibly look into. And speaking of those options here, let's go check them out in the shop here. So under cultivators, picked up a Brilliant cultivator here. This one actually looks quite nice. At least I thought it did anyway, so I might have to check that out at some point. Doesn't look like any bad error messages either, so hey, way to go, mod author. All right. Very nice. Be nice to see more mods like that. Great Plains, looks like Great Plains the same way. I'm not seeing any error messages there either, so again, bravo, mod author. Very, very nicely done. Very nice. Yeah, that's another option. This one's probably, it's actually about the same width as our current one, I guess, 5.8 meters. 28,000. I'm sure our current one is probably not worth anything. So, but that, yeah, we'll have to see once maybe. At some point, I wouldn't mind switching out cultivators. Any good sales, by the way? Truck, nah. Spent 900 varial. That's, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Wouldn't mind maybe actually having one of those, but I think we got better things to spend our money on at this point. Oh, we are in the month of July. What can we plant this time of year, by the way? Let's go check this here a minute. Let's see, we need that one. There is, well, poplar, grass, and oilseeds. So other than that, there's absolutely nothing we can plant at the moment. We're getting close to canola. And then also wheat and barley. I was thinking maybe doing some soybeans again. If we do that, we're probably just going to end up like skipping a whole bunch of months here. Again, that's kind of the one thing I don't like about the seasons mod. Is the amount of time we just have to like skip. I don't know how you get around that, to be honest. It is what it is, I guess, but... Oh yeah, this feels just so much better when being able to use this with GPS. So much better. And so much more right, too. Even like when it comes to spraying, everyone, especially if you're spraying herbicide on crops that already started growing, like, well, I guess the weeds would be an indication. But otherwise, how are you like supposed to tell where you have and haven't sprayed without some form of a GPS, right? Now, possibly, it sounds like maybe we'll see some section control here once the soil mod, well, actually, it wasn't really the soil mod, the precision farming add-on, right? Once we see the precision farming add-on mod come out, we might see some section control. We'll have to see once, again, when the sprayers do have section control, but it's all manual, right? So we might actually see like some automated GPS controllable, and I put air quotes there, GPS controllable, because the game doesn't have GPS, but we might see some control on that when the precision farming add-on comes out. Because that's the rumor I've heard. Hopefully hopefully there's some truth in that. Oh, and we get a chance sometime to probably would be nice to pick up another smaller tractor of some sorts. At this point, we got the 9RT and the 9RX, and then we got a 7810. So like this fertilizer, we really probably don't need a 9RT for this. This 9RT would be good for like heavy tillage. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just park this here a minute. Yeah, that weeder, everyone, I don't know. That weeder probably just needs to be sold at this point, to be honest, because it doesn't seem like it actually works. I had a few other people comment and say it doesn't work for them either. Although I have had a few people say it does work. So I guess my comment, for those of you that say the weeder actually works, make sure you go and check your map and see if it is actually removing the weeds. Because, again, I've had it, everyone, where it looks like it's removing the weeds. Visually, everyone, the weeds are gone. Like, the weeds are gone. They're not there. But then you open up the map and the field is still pink, which indicates the field has weeds on it. Okay. Oh, that's right. I think I keep forgetting that the pit is down there. Okay, can I get you to just like drive over to the shop, maybe? Set destination. Actually, where is the shop? Because I can't see it on this map, can I? Shop is... No, it's the bakery. The shop is... Can't see it on this map either. Really? Oh, there it is. Vehicle shop. Okay, a little further down. Yeah, it's not showing up on this map, is it? Okay. Let's see, is that the... Yeah, that's the shop over here, right? Great job. Set destination... Sure. Go. And then the 9620RX here. Let's actually do the same thing. We can just have... Oh, that's right. We got to go... Stop it. Stop it. We don't need to be folding out here now. You need to go to this screen. Actually, we're already on that screen. Perfect. Create a job. Target position. Just going into the farm there. That should be pretty good. And you can start. Okay. Then you get headed over. Right. Go. And go. There he goes. Okay. Just took a second. Get him headed back to the farm here. Okay, everyone, let's go do some shopping here real quick a minute. Let's go ahead and pick up a planter, I guess. You know what I should have done, everyone? Well, actually, you know what? I don't really need a planter at this point, do I? Maybe we'll just wait to pick up the planter. Might plant some canola. We'll see once here. Thinking I'll probably leave this field unplanted here. In fact, maybe we can even go ahead and put one greenhouse down. I'm pretty sure we should be able to afford one, I think. Let's go to the construction here. Greenhouses. Production. Greenhouses. And we're going to go ahead and put a large greenhouse here down. Should I try painting this first, maybe? I think you can still paint it after placing it, right? Maybe not. Let's go landscaping here. Painting. We just want... Is that the grass? And can we make this bigger somehow? Brush size. N and M. That looks kind of right. How much is this costing us? I think maybe a couple $100. Again, to be honest, some of these fields are, like, worthless. Absolutely, absolutely worthless. Well, maybe not absolutely worthless, but the amount of money they make that one is just, yeah, just not really worth it. Yep, I think that was the right one. Now, I wonder if you actually get grass on this. Who remembers this back in 19 when you first paint the terrain? There'd be no grass on the terrain. Giants Fun, they fixed that here like, I don't know, a couple months into the game or something with a patch. And they actually made it so when you paint the grass texture, you actually get grass. Now, I should go around and probably pick up some of these rocks, because that's kind of annoying in here, but whatever. Go back to construction here. Production, greenhouses. We're going to go ahead and put a large greenhouse down. Collides with player. Oh, fine, I'll move. That trailer might get in the way if I put that right there. Oh, well, we'll figure that out. Okay, AI worker has stopped unexpectedly, no field found. Oh, okay, we have, yeah. There's no field found. We're in the middle of the yard there, hired worker. Whatever. Well, I guess I sent my tractor over to pick up a planter that I'm probably not going to buy just as yet. Just in case ever we see one on sale. Never know. I mean, hey, maybe a Kinsey will come on sale. We'll buy that one instead. I'm not really that picky. I'm just, we'll get a row crop planter. I think the John Deere might be preferential, but you never know. You never know. Oh, maybe I should have turned this around. I thought this was the, this end was over there, but okay. Oh, let's see what's here. Now, I believe you can have this auto filled with water too, but open door. And what'd it say? Someone said lettuce is the key here. So we'll see. It's might, and storing. We don't want it set to storing. Is it production chains? I think we got to go to production chains. Production chains, yes, lettuce. How do you change this from storing? Change output mode, yes. Selling. We'll just change them all to selling. If you change it to storing, if I understand this correctly, everyone, and it's all the same, yep. When it comes to this, storing actually will create pallets, I think. I think it creates pallets, if I remember correctly. So you end up with pallets of product you're going to have to then go sell. If you set it to selling, everyone, it should straight up sell it and you get the money for it, which that sounds a whole lot better to me. I don't know about you folks, but no active production, building, storage. Storage is empty. Yeah, okay. Water. Thought there was a way to automatically fill with water too. Maybe not. Activate. Running. Materials missing. Water, yes. Okay, we're gonna have to get some water for this, which is gonna probably require a water tanker, I guess then, right? Oh, let's go check the mods or the shop here a minute. See what we got for water tankers. I've never heard of carting water anyway. That's, I don't know. Miscellaneous? Where would I find a water tank? There's slurry tanks. Let's see, trailers, auger wagons, nope, nope, nope. Mulchers, cultivators, spaders, rollers, fertilizer, manure, weeders, mowers, forage, balers, forestry equipment, animal transport, leveler, animals. Animals might have one, yeah, there we go. Yes. So 9,500 for that. Okay, I suppose. I don't think there's any other way to get water at this point, is there? Fine, we'll buy one of these. Well, that's going to work out good. We got a tractor at the shop here already. I'm pretty sure this tractor should be able to pull this measly little rubbish tanker. Next question. Where do you get water from on the map? Very good question. Where does one get water from? Thought there was like water around here somewhere. Well, we'll figure it out once we're back to the farm. And speaking of back to the farm, might as well just drive back there ourselves. And while we're doing something, we'll read a few comments here in a moment. David was saying when it comes to that J&M Gravity Wagon, it's a modded trailer. That's why you can only do go-to with a worker. So according to David here, that's why only the go-to option. You can't actually do a delivery job with that trailer. Now I don't know if that's just a modded issue, everyone, or just a problem with that specific mod. I don't know. Legendary was saying, have you noticed the dynamic PDA? I'm assuming by PDA he means the map? I think that's what he means. I'm not sure. I'll have to say one thing I don't like about the map, everyone, when you cycle through the modes. So first off, we're on the round mode. Okay, that's fine. You push it once and it switches to the square mode. Then you push it again, then it switches to the big square. I don't quite... Like, what's the point? I mean, I guess it's different orientation, but why? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, water. No, oh, wait, I know where the water was. It was down this way, by the bees, which we should probably go check on, right? Looks like there's water there, too. I wonder if we can get water from there. Let's go try this. That would appear to be a solid no. Okay. Well, that's fine. Looks like a water pump there. Not that I want to have to fill this big old tank up with that water pump, but anyway. Okay, you got water. Yes, you do. And while that's filling up, hopefully that'll continue to fill. How are the bees looking? Hey, there's a partial pallet. 42 liters there so far. Okay, that's still filling up yet. Let's see. Back to the comments. Magnus was saying, Buzz, check your bees. I hope Giants adds more U.S.-style equipment and tractors, and great video as always. Thank you very much for that there, Magnus. I don't know that the Giants necessarily needs to add more U.S.-style tractors. I mean, that'd be nice. Definitely not going to complain, everyone. They just need to take the tractors they have and preferably add some more U.S. options to them, which should be relatively simple for the most part. Farm Boy was saying get the John Deere planter. Oh, okay, here's a comment I must have missed. Kentucky Farmer was saying, I like the Kinsey equipment and the Case equipment for what we run in real life. The Case 9250 in the game of tracks is almost identical to the one we run. Ah, okay, so, well, he's not saying get the Kinsey, but that's the first comment I've seen mentioning Kinsey planter. North was saying, you are correct. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liters. Hey, look at me knowing math. Anthony was saying this game looks so much better on my Xbox. Yeah, said no one ever. For those of you who wonder what I'm running here, by the way, I am running absolutely maxed out graphic settings. At least I think I am anyway. I pretty much maxed it. Okay, empty. I don't think the graphic settings can get any more maxed to my knowledge. So draw distances and foliage densities and all that miscellaneous jumbo mumbo. Just for the heck of it, I cranked it. And hey, we're running a solid 60 FPS, so that is a good sign if you ask me, everyone. Oh, is this actually empty? It actually is. Wow. How much water does this thing take? Okay. Apparently more than 7,000 liters. Okay, good to know. I will, okay. Oh, strawberries are active. Oh, okay. I thought I had lettuce active. Whatever. We'll do some strawberries. Then maybe we'll switch over to some lettuce. And we'll just call it lettuce. Sounds more reasonable that way, right? Okay, one more comment here. I want to read this comment here because I just glanced at it here. I think this is a good comment here before we wrap it up this episode. Corey was saying, I've yet to purchase the game, but I can say that the new UI and worker interface is a step forward. And as for GPS, I would expect it to be standard by now. Also, the small fields I end up building on them, they ain't worth the resources. And as for small equipment, it's handy for tidying up after workers. But I hardly use them if manually complete the headlands. And as for your debate, go with the planner. It creates more content. So Corey's saying go with the planner there. He's also saying, why is there no GPS in the game? It's kind of my point too. As for, he says, the new UI and worker interface is a step forward. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think it is. Once you actually start using this, it works. It works. Let's leave it at that. But I personally don't think it's a step forward. I think it's a step backwards there. I think Farming Sim 19 had a really decent user interface. This one here just feels kind of clunky. As for the hired workers, well, they're derpy at best, but hey, they work. So anyway, with that, everyone, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time.